Blog Talk Radio.
Archangels, ghosts, and Bigfoot, oh my. It's just another night for Supernatural Girls. Real stories, real answers to life's biggest supernatural mysteries. And now, for another exciting interview with paranormal experts from this world and others. Here's your host, paranormal researcher Patricia Baker, on the one, the only, Supernatural Girls.
Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of Supernatural Girls Radio. I'm your host, Patricia Baker, and I'm here with my co-host, PK. It is, oh my gosh, it's already January 18th, 2023. PK, how are you tonight?
Fabulous, because it's the last day of retrograde. But, of course, we do have the shadow period yet to last a bit. But the main thing is, oh, my God, I am so sick of retrograde. They walk all over you, and they make you feel like you want to scream and hang off a tree. But we're at the shadow period now for the next week or so. But then it's over with. So we can start paying attention. I still wouldn't recommend going out and buying anything brand new right now or trying to negotiate anything, because retrograde is retrograde. Low and easy.
Wow.
Makes a big
well, and
difference.
it's been this has really affected a lot of people's computers, from what I hear.
Tell me about it. Shall I tell you how many times my computer guy's been here?
Oh my goodness, I know. And wow.
And then on top of that, I lost half the stuff that I had put aside. I call them little jump drives. I don't know what you call them, but I took them off of my computer, and I forgot to eject before I pulled them out. So consequently, all the data's gone.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
How frustrating. How frustrating.
Definitely.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I know last week when
to pity me.
I know. Nobody wants to give you pity.
Not for
last
stupidity.
week when I went to launch the show, I pulled up the screen, and I'm watching everything load, and then it all went dark. So luckily it came back. And I have a spare computer, but still, it was one of those oh no moments. So I'm glad that we're almost out of this period of retrograde.
Oh, God,
so what's going on? We've got all kinds of stuff happening in the news, and of course we've got the two people everybody's sick of hearing about, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. So, but you took a look at those numbers for them, just to see what's coming down the road. We all know their personalities. They've kind of over-identified themselves to us now. But what are you seeing?
What I get here, I took a look at her stuff and his stuff. She's in a one personal year, which is all about fresh starts and new beginnings. So even though we're sick of hearing about her and Harry, the bottom line is they're very much there right now. Anytime you're in a 1 year, it's about new beginnings and pushing forward. And looking at her stuff, is she pushing forward? She's interested in finances, the footings of getting her books out. And she's staying in the background now, if you notice, where Harry's out there and about. And isn't that kind of strange? I think she's doing that because she's packing a little ditty bag for down the road. Nothing would surprise me what's going to come out of this relationship, because she's in 1 year, which is all about fresh starts, new beginning, and my way or the highway attitude. He's in a 4 year where he's got all the work dumped on him, so he thinks. And his interviews, he's coming across as a total ditz. The book is so negative. And, of course, everybody wants to have a good story and see what's going on behind closed doors. But the two of them have got to be at each other's throats right now. It doesn't matter how. Look, I haven't seen Harry smile in months. Have you?
I haven't.
He's got that scowl on his face. Not that I want to see him, but that's what we get at. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and they're getting a lot of negative attention, a lot of negative press. They are not being well received in Hollywood right now for good reason, because people are scared that whatever is shared with them or whatever they see, they'll turn around and put it into another book. And people don't like that. People don't like feeling betrayed and exposed without their permission. It's that's rough what they've been doing. So yeah, it's really a tragedy, I think, in a lot of ways to watch this. But I'm amazed, being a therapist for so many years, how many people understand what a narcissist is. They are calling them out, in a lot of different ways. It shows me that people have gotten pretty educated about relationships and personalities. It's kind of interesting for me from that perspective, but I think it's absolutely tragic from the other perspectives. And one of the things we were talking about also is that when somebody is doing drugs or alcohol at a young age, which apparently it's been reported that Harry did start very young with drinking, and then later on with adding other substances to this adventure of life. And it's when you stop growing, when you stop maturing, that really puts a damper on your ability to grow and mature through your life. So what are we looking at here? Are we looking at somebody who's 12, 14? I mean, if you look at the behavior, the way the book has come across, the Oprah interview came across, a Netflix documentary came across. It's
all negative. It's all negative.
It's very, very negative. Yes, and some people who just haven't worked their stuff through. Yeah, they're victims. So, but people are savvy, and that's what I'm so amazed with, is how many people are really savvy about these types of behaviors. They really get it. They really see it. They don't like it, and I absolutely agree with that. I don't like it either. And somebody brought out an interesting observation too about the Kardashians, who I don't even want to comment about, but they don't stab each other in the back either. And that's something that somebody said that's why they are so, one of the reasons they're so long lived in this strange industry of television. But they don't go against each other. And so what we're seeing here is exactly the opposite.
No, that's very true. With the Kardashians, at least they make the family is the family. And regardless of what it is, whether it's a birthday party for one and everybody's on the outs, they're still there as a unity, which is a big difference.
Right.
But this year, when we're taking a look at everything, where Meghan's in 1 year, if you've noticed that since the first of the year, you don't see her clutching and holding on to him like he's going to run away or fly away any minute. She's not been seen with him. He's doing the book thing, but he's doing it by himself. And some of the other things that he's been involved in prior to the first of the year, she's been right up front and personal and pushed him out of the way to be number one. Now, all of a sudden, she's pulling back. So it's going to prove very interesting to see how this is going to pan out, because in 1 year you start your whole process of the next 9 years over. And she is very determined to be on top. She's not going to give up for anything. Harry's in a 4 year and he feels overloaded and, oh, woe is me, the world's against me, I'll just go eat worms type attitude. He's just not being a nice guy verbally. Like I said, the way he looks so depressed that, oh, look what's happening to me, what my family's done. Baloney, look what he's done. That's the real thing. And he doesn't seem to pay attention to that part.
Well, no, they want a full apology from their family. And what do you see happening with this? Is it going to be a reconciliation or not?
At the rate things are going, this year I think they'll duke it out. And if they don't come to positive terms by around August or whatever, separations start to take place. Maybe they'll part permanently. Maybe they'll part in a way that they're leaving separate lives or whatever. But Harry's lost without somebody to take him under their wing. But she's a go-getter, and she's working on a book now, and I would imagine a book about her and Harry in itself would be something, because
boy.
he's got a lot of growing up to do, and she knows how to manipulate very, very well. There's so many stories about her in the past, whatever. There's stories. Some of it may be true, some not so much. But the bottom line is, if you pay attention to some of the things over a period of time, she's a sharp cookie. She knows when to step in and when to step back. I think she did overplay her hand with the Oprah show, and I think we're going to see her do something similar again, but she's going to look better this next time because she found out what not to do, what she did with the Oprah show.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, very, very interesting. And also, I mean, let's face it, we're in an age where it's very difficult to hide things. And if you come out and say one thing, and somebody gets online and finds a video of you contradicting yourself, that's all going to come out. You can't scrub it fast enough, you know?
Mm-hmm. And Harry's done that quite often. Everything from
apparently.
Even to the fact that Nazi uniform that he wore in Las Vegas. Now all of a sudden, William and Kate's part, they're the ones that encouraged him to do that. I seriously doubt that. It's just so ridiculous. The things that
I know. It gets more absurd as it goes on. But people, like I said, are pretty savvy, and they're calling it as they see it. And I know that they're very unhappy with the negative response. But like you said, you know, if you put it out there, and it's going to come back to you, and that's exactly what's happening. So
well, she's very ambitious, and she self-promotes very well. But people are sick and tired of hearing about Meghan and Harry because they just don't come across as nice people. Going back to how she treated her father, for God's sakes. Inconceivable. Right. And then she brings her mother in that nobody even heard of up until the wedding, really. And that there again, we're not having a lot of winners in the family, are we?
No, there don't seem to be.
Lord.
Yeah, but it's always interesting. I love having you take a look at the numbers when you break it down, and you can, you know, share what people's energies are going to be like for this coming year. It's so interesting. So, anyways, I also wanted to mention that this is the month, January, where you, at this point, you only have like another couple of weeks to take a look at your property record cards if you own property and make sure that it's accurate, because you're going to be taxed, and if you do not get an abatement filed in time, which is by the end of this month, then you're done for the year, and you're going to have to pay that tax bill, and there's no going back. There's no getting a refund. So the rules are very strict for property owners. And again, Patricia Quintilian has written a great book about it. Are you getting screwed on your property taxes? How to find out and how to fix it. You can get it on Amazon, and it will show you step by step. Now, the rules may be different, the laws may be different in your state, but it basically lays out a plan on what to look for on your property record card, how things can go wrong, and how to get it corrected so that you're not paying more than you owe. And my goodness, right now, when things are so expensive, we're going to be facing food shortages and things like that. It is really important to make sure that your property tax bill is not so high that you can't pay it. I mean, and it's got to be accurate. And if it's accurate, hopefully it won't be a problem, but make sure that it is. So are you getting screwed on your property taxes? If you are, this book is for you. And if you don't know, this book is for you. You have got to get it figured out. Don't have long to do it, everybody. So just make sure that you check everything that you can. And Patricia Quintilian's, she had problems for 5 years with her assessors in Goshen, and then her story is in the book as to how she had to deal with it to finally get some relief. You'll find it very interesting. There's a whole chapter on horror stories, and I hope none of that ever happens to any of you out there in our audience. But it is important to check, and this is your last chance these next couple of weeks. So make sure you take a look. And I also wanted to tell you that Dr. Weber, who we've had on the show, is a genius and a medical doctor, has invented a lot of medical laser technology that can be used at home. And one of the things that he has invented now is a band that you put on your wrist. It's 7 times more powerful than the laser watch that I've been using for at least 5 years with great success. So if you would like more information about that, go to supernaturalgirls.com. Take a look on our homepage. We've got information there. You can email me questions. And we've got the Air Energy machine, also from Germany by another company for oxygenation, but with photosynthesization. I mean, it's an unbelievable system. It's so powerful, yet you wear it for 20 minutes and you're done. So that's also for spas. It's also for individuals. It is a great system. Take a look at that. Any questions? The person that handles that here in the U.S., I've included her contact information. And there's so much out there now to stay healthy. And on the website, there's also liquid vitamins, liposomal liquid vitamins, which are excellent, and you will get a discount. If you just click on it, use Supernatural Girls in the coupon area on the form, and you will save money. So we're always trying to get you the best of the best, and we're always looking for new products that you may benefit from. So be sure to go to that homepage and take a look at everything. So tonight we have a very interesting guest, and we're waiting for him to call in. So let me see if I can give him a quick call and get him on with us. Let me do that. Let me find him. First, and luckily I do have a phone number here. So while I'm reaching out to him, why don't you talk a little bit more about what to expect in February coming up? And let me put myself on mute.
Good things coming, so I'll take.
All right.
Take a look
Well, you
at
talk
that.
about that. I am going.
Okay. So far, we're taking a look at how things are going this new year that we're in. And this month has been about our finances, putting it in order. But next month, we get a chance to really take a good look at things, because we could eliminate people, places, and things that no longer fit in what we're doing, because what we're going to be looking at more than anything else is what can we do for the world at large. We're going to be in a 9 personal month, and it's all about what we can do to help others and how to make life better. And God knows with the world as it is at this moment, anything we can do to help somebody else is definitely a plus. No question about it. And the 9 deals with not only our spirituality, but what we can do neighbor to neighbor, but also taking a good look at how things are coming about as we look at them today versus what we had yesterday. But where are we going more than anything else? Right now, everybody kind of shakes their head. You go to the grocery store, you don't know what to count on. There is no norm. And this month is all about finances, money being spent, things going out in ways that we hadn't expected. Where next month we're going to be able to be more concerned about helping one another, but being there as a strong base, helping others, but as we also learn to help ourselves. We're going to have to look at things in a new way. It isn't just walking in and say, oh, I need this and this. Now we have to take a look at, is this more practical? Will I do better with this than I will do with the other item? But we're going to have to, thought process definitely is going to be worked on when it comes to our purchases. What's going on in the world in general right now, a little scary and a little shaky. If everybody comes up with a different answer. We can't worry about what happened yesterday. We can't change that. But what are we going to do today? Today is your new beginning. Every morning when we wake up, it's a fresh start. So if we kind of work with things in that direction, I think we've got some pretty good chances to make some very nice things take place.
Well, that sounds good. I can't wait. Just getting out of this Mercury retrograde is going to be a relief. So, good things to come. Well, I've left a message for our guest, and hopefully he will call in shortly. I will tell you about who we had planned for tonight. Hopefully he's just mildly delayed. So his name is Bishop James Long, and very unusual. Now, I know you and I talked about this, the old Catholic Church. You didn't know about this either, right?
I did not, and I was raised in a Catholic school, etc., so I was shocked reading about it.
Yeah, this is all new to us, maybe to our audience as well. So Bishop Long was born in Louisville, Kentucky. He was raised Roman Catholic. He attended a Roman Catholic grade school, and he knew at the age of 5 that he wanted to be a priest. So his mother asked him what he wanted to be when he grew up, and he pointed at the priest and said, I want to do what he does. So from then on, his calling to serve as a priest grew stronger. And after graduating high school, he had the opportunity to join the seminary, but chose to join the workforce first. So it was important for him to learn how to budget, how to grow into a mature adult before entering the seminary. Now, because of his theological differences with the Roman Catholic Church, Bishop Long felt that it was the right decision to be ordained within the independent old Catholic Church. I want to find out more about that, don't you? What in the world is that? So
I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah, it's like we're going to have to, if he remembers, to call in. So rather than to continue within the Roman Catholic Seminary, so he is currently a bishop of the United States Old Catholic Church and has devoted his entire life to the study of demonology and serving others without charge. Over 20 years ago, he went public with his deliverance ministry and was the first Catholic exorcist to publicly help the paranormal community. He serves as the exorcist for the church and has performed 30 documented exorcisms on individuals who are validly possessed, and he has blessed countless homes and locations. Now, he has the following earned degrees: Doctorate of Ministry, Master of Divinity, Master of Education, Master of Business, Bachelor of Journalism, Communications, and Associate of Philosophy. So he works long hours answering emails, traveling to people's homes, and offering spiritual direction. So he's not here with us yet. We'll wait a little while longer. And, you know, I'm always very surprised about exorcisms and priests who get involved in that, because there's so much around it. But yet, at the same time, we heard from Dr. Gallagher, who was on the show, who is a psychiatrist, and he became a consultant to exorcists. And again, it's like, how do you tell the difference between somebody who's truly possessed and somebody who's mentally ill? Right?
Good point.
That's a tough one.
Very good point.
You know, how do you know? Now, Dr. Gallagher said he knows because if there is bona fide paranormal activity around the person, like things are levitating, the person's levitating, or, you know, there's things flying around the room, projectiles, etc., then he knows that it's much more than mental illness. If those things don't coincide with when he visits these people who are supposedly possessed, then he's more likely to make a diagnosis of a particular mental illness. So, but still, this is not that easy of a call, I think. So I give Dr. Gallagher a lot of credit, don't you?
Oh, definitely, most definitely. And I think one of the things that I liked about it, because I always was in disagreement with the Catholic Church, where priests weren't allowed to marry. How can you counsel people about relationships and whatever if you're not allowed to be in any? And so he is that everything should be normal, and it should be a part and parcel of what they've learned and with life. Well, how can you put lines in between? You know, tell me how to raise my kids, but you can't have any? None of that makes good sense. Something just came across.
Well, it really doesn't.
Yeah. Something
I mean, I think that's one of he did take a vow of celibacy, but he says he really supports the idea of priests being married. Right. And so that's a really important aspect of all of this. Yeah, how can you understand and counsel anybody when you haven't been through this yourself? So and he says he also very much supports the LGBTQ community. So yeah, it's he's very open, and really his heart is in what he's doing, except he can't tell time apparently. Because he hasn't called in yet. So hopefully he will.
We changed that schedule on behalf of him, and he didn't get his schedule straightened out again.
It's funny because whenever we talk about this topic, things go sideways. So you have to wonder, does something... Yeah, or does something else have a hand in upsetting the apple cart? Because usually our guests are right on the money. They call in exactly when they should, and it's wonderful. Everything flows. But we're waiting. We're waiting for you, Bishop Long. Where are you? Maybe he's in an exorcism. I don't know. I have no idea. It's
maybe
quite possible.
Oh,
jeez.
Something just flipped on the screen here. That Meghan Markle is likely to write a tell-all book, just like Prince Harry, according to the British political Anne Whitcomb.
Oh my God! You're going to do this again?
Jesus, Mary
really?
And Joseph.
I know.
It just came across, and I thought, well. Oh, what can you say?
Well, and again, how can you trust people like this? With your heart and soul. How can you share anything with them? How can you have lunch with them, and know that, and not be sure that you're not going to end up in the book, right?
Well, look at all the stories they've had to tell that aren't true. God knows what else they could come up with. I bet they could get 2 or 3 books out of bringing out all these lies that they come up with. Jeez, Mary.
Oh, God help us. Yeah.
I hope he
does. Oh my
crazy.
Gosh. Yeah,
Incredible.
It is. It's very, very crazy. That's for sure. But oh my goodness. And again, I look at all that, and to me it's very sad. I think their mother, Diana, would be rolling over in the grave if she had to she knows about this. Yeah, I'm sure she is doing that, rolling over a few times over this one. Yeah, it's got to be awful, even watching this from there on the other side of the veil.
Most definitely. I think the sad part about it is that none of this was necessary to destroy the family. They could have given their tidbits out and put out their show and done whatever, but they didn't have to do it at the destruction of everybody else. What's the point?
There isn't one really to it.
Legacy.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Well, and you have to wonder, it's like, what is the import of the things they discussed or he discussed in the book? For example, he talks about his brother doing something that was childish and how he never got over it. And it's like, why is that important? I mean, brothers, they pound each other, they fight, they disagree, they play practical jokes on each other. It's in every family. So what's so unique about that we need to hear about it, right?
To the degree that we are, I mean, Harry comes across as a spoiled little twit. Unfortunately. I mean, he lost his mother, but my children lost their father. People lose people they love and care about, but you don't go out and destroy the rest of the family because you're upset. You're supposed to work together and build a future that you can share something positive with. But
right. I mean, at the very least, it teaches you that, everything can be gone in an instant. Everything that you count on, rely on. So, so why not make the most of everything, like you said, and build a stronger connection, a stronger foundation with the people that are left behind? But that's clearly not what's going on here. But it gives us all a chance to look at how we how we handle our family relationships and our friend relationships too. It gives us a chance to evaluate that and really go, well, am I doing the best I can do in this situation or not? So, yeah, it's truly difficult to watch this happening.
It's not a perfect world, but it's the best we've got. And if we don't make the best of what we have, then we're going to have nothing but regrets and pain. And what's the point of that? To make somebody else miserable because it makes us feel better? Harry, I haven't seen him smile in God knows how long. Not that I see him every day, but it's almost like we do because he's everywhere. But
right, and meanwhile,
that this is the end result.
Look at how many people are struggling to pay their bills, struggling to put food on the table. And then they're hearing these people complain who are quite privileged. And it's not adding up. It's like, gosh, it's walking away from that kind of privilege, making $100 million from a Netflix series. And what is it? I don't know if it's $20 million or $40 million on the book. So again, people are not sympathetic. Why should they be?
How many clothes can you buy with that amount of money, I wonder? God.
Quite a few, I would think. Right, right.
It's sad because they had so much, and there's so much bitterness there. And the people, their grandmother passed away when the Queen passed. All the love that they shared that was given to them to help them and whatever, and then they turned around and do this on top of everything else. What a sad memory for her. And she spent all her life doing this for the people.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot to be learned in this. As much as we're tired of it, there is a lot to be learned by other people's mistakes. Nobody has to make these mistakes. They can just watch them do it and learn from it, hopefully, so that they can make changes. Yeah, they can hopefully make changes in their own lives. Yeah. Well, I am not seeing Bishop Long on our radio board here. So we've waited for some period of time, and he has not called in. I have texted him. He has not responded. I've called him. He has not responded. So I guess we're just going to have to end the show early, and we will be back next week with another show, and this time we're going to have a guest that shows up. So
promise me.
We will have a great show next week. That's all I can tell you.
Of course.
So anyway, sorry everybody.
Well, we
did,
but
yeah, right. We did want to.
We had to work it.
Yeah,
you had me in my memory, and I had you in your knowledge.
Thank goodness. I just want to check one thing, but before we end, because now I just want to make sure. Let me just see, because I gave him the time and said Eastern time, and I just want to see if maybe he picked another, or he is in another time zone. Let's see.
I thought of that.
Well, there's 2 different time zones in his state.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what I'm wondering, if what happened was he didn't see what I wrote about 5 times, that it's Eastern time. And because there's also in his state Central time.
Oh.
So he might, See why I'm talking about this now?
Yes, ma'am.
Even though I did say we are on Eastern time. So I'm wondering if that's part of the mix-up. We'll find out eventually. Yeah,
well,
we'll fill you guys in on the rest of the story. Yeah.
But we will have to have it back, because I was so interested in what he had to say, because it's something I didn't even know existed.
Right. Well, I'm going to just call one more time. Let's give him another chance.
Okay.
I'm hearing it ring.
Good. Having a gorgeous day here today. No rain, nice and sunny, and it's supposed to freeze tonight for Arizona. That's a bit much.
Well, I think it's great.
The sunny part's good. It's the freeze tonight that's not so good. It means I'll have to go cover some plants.
Well, I'll tell you, up in New England here, we are getting warmer temperatures than, for the most part, I think I've ever seen in January. I think there was one January where we actually got up into the 70s for a few days, which was really great.
Oh.
So unusual. But, you know, even for us in January, like in the, 30s, 40s is not what we usually expect. I am not complaining. I love it. But I hear snow is coming in tomorrow and Friday, so... Anyways, I do like the snow. There, one of our guests a long time ago, I don't know if you remember this guy. Yeah, it's good to look at. It's a lot of work to clean it up. But we had a Native American on the show, and he talked about bird medicine. And he told us, and I haven't seen the book since, because he told us his next book was going to be about the snow and the power of the silence with the snow. And I haven't seen if he's written it yet, but I was really interested to see it because I thought, wow, there is something so powerful about the snow because it is silent. When it's snowing and you open the door and walk outside, it's totally silent. It's just a whole different experience. And I thought, what an interesting concept to write about snow like that. Yeah. But haven't seen the book. Well, look, I think we can wrap this up for now. And I will keep everybody posted on when we can have him back. And in the meantime, everybody, have beautiful dreams. We will see you on the Blue Highway. And we will be back next week at our regular time. So until then, have a wonderful week. And we'll be back. Good night.
Have a good night. Take care.
Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for another radio adventure with Supernatural.